Hi there. Okay, in this video, I am going to run through three really important tips if you're looking at starting an Airbnb and you're on a budget and you don't necessarily have the means to make it a luxury property, but you're still interested in making some money with some potential rental income. And I just wanted to talk you through some of the basics of how to actually do that. I would say there are three simple categories where you can add a huge amount of value to your property in the eyes of people who would stay there, but that are not going to break the bank. And so you can do it absolutely on a budget. And this video is going to be particularly relevant to people if maybe you're in an area where people don't go on their holiday, or it's a type of property that's not necessarily a luxury property or the type of property that people would automatically think of if they were going on a holiday. So I manage two Airbnb properties now. My name is Jessica, and I've managed them for almost 10 years now. One of them for 10 years and then a second one. And the thing is that you can actually make a decent amount of money in rental income, even if you're not, renting a holiday home. So that's not the only way you can make money with Airbnb. So if you've got a property and you're trying to decide whether or not to rent it, regularly to a renter or thinking about short term like Airbnb, this is the video for you. We're going to go through the three ways that you can make a lot of money without spending a lot of money with Airbnb. Okay, so before we get into it, I just wanted to share with you that if you use the affiliate link that I've put on the screen here with the QR code, you get £20 off when you join Airbnb with my affiliate link. My name is Jessica. I have been managing Airbnb properties now for about 10 years, quite successfully with regular income. And it's probably twice as much as we used to make when we were renting the properties out on a full-time basis. So there'll be a series of videos for you to look at. This one focusing on the three things that will add tremendous amount of value to your Airbnb property without breaking the bank if you're on a budget. Okay, so here we go. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you is that when it comes to having a property that promotes really well, that sells really well, that people want to stay in, you need to think about your furniture and your furnishings. Okay, so this furniture is one of the most expensive things. If you're furnishing an apartment or a property, furniture can be one of the most expensive things. But you can actually get really good furniture secondhand, even on Facebook Marketplace. And so just wanted to mention that you can get like good, for example, secondhand bedding, not bedding as in linen, but bedding as in the beds and the furniture, the bed frames and the mattresses and stuff. And before you think to yourself, oh, that's gross, getting a secondhand bed, I would just ask you, have you ever stayed in a hotel room? Because the very first person that sleeps on that brand new bed sleeps on a new bed. Everyone else is sleeping in a bed that someone else has slept in. So having a secondhand bed that you get from Facebook Marketplace that was in maybe somebody's spare bedroom that's been used a dozen times in the course of its life, and now they're just getting rid of it because they're turning the room into something else, that you can really get a good bargain here. And so I just wanted to actually share with you, just wanted to quickly share something that I saw on the Facebook Marketplace. So you want to try and get double beds in your rooms if you can. Single beds don't tend to sell well. So in terms of having beds, even if it's a smaller room, even if you have the double bed against the wall, you'll find that if you've got, let's say, 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, if you've got 2 or 3 guys that are staying in your property, they will much prefer to sleep in a double bed, even if it's against the wall, which I know is not ideal, but it's definitely something that will make your property much more interesting to people. So just to share here, this is something that is in my local area that's available for sale now. It includes the bed frame, which obviously you could get a cover for, and it includes the mattress, which you can see is, unmarked. It looks like a mattress that's in pretty good condition. You would want to get a mattress protector for this, but, £30 for a bed frame and mattress is a great way to furnish a bedroom at the beginning without spending a huge amount of money. Okay. So this is the kind of thing that you're looking for in terms of your furnishings. Um, you also want to look, same thing, we furnished both of our properties using Facebook Marketplace predominantly, and we're able to get some really, really good bargains on there. Probably for about £200 in total. We got the beds, the dressers, the drawers, the bedside tables, the lamps, all of that stuff, probably about £200 for both properties. Sofas for £100, things like that. You can save a huge amount of money furnishing if you are willing to get those secondhand options. And so Facebook Marketplace has been really great. But if you've got other local sale, it doesn't have to be Facebook, other local for sale, you can get some really good bargains there with social media. It's a great place to look. So first thing is furnishings. Think secondhand. You might have charity shops or shops that are selling secondhand furniture near you, and you're wanting to spend sort of under £50 on a bed, ideally, and then you can furnish, get it up and running, get it making some money, and then if in the future you decide you want to buy a really nice bed or you want to buy a brand new mattress there and spend 500 to £1,000 on a new bed for your room, that's great. You can do that. But I found that it's great to get some money coming in first and then start making improvements as you want to go along. So, for example, one of our properties, we put new carpeting in at some point, but we just listed it with the carpet as it was, and then when we had made a little bit of money and it's paying for itself and the expenses are being paid for, then we would go back in and replace the carpet and various different things. So improvements as time's gone on. And I would really encourage that, because I think one of the mistakes people make is that they invest a huge amount of money at the beginning, and then it takes a very long time to get that money back. So you want to make it appealing. You want to make it nice. You want to make it clean and acceptable. And here are some tricks to do that. So the first one is the furnishing and think secondhand. The second thing is specifically bedding. I would like to say that you want to try and go for always white linens. You want to go for white bedding. And I know that sounds maybe boring, but it looks so much more professional, and it is so much more comfortable when you're staying in a place when you've got really nice, crisp bedding. The linens are really crisp, and that it just is so much nicer. So I'm going to show you now um, a picture of one of our properties. So I'm going to share what it looks like with you. And I'll just walk you through the second thing, which is bedding, which I'll show you now. And the third thing is wall art. Okay, so that you can get some really good deals on wall art. And just want to bring this up here and show you. You get really good deals on wall art on things like Etsy, and I would really recommend looking at that. Okay, so this is a kitchen lounge area. This is a secondhand sofa that we bought a sofa cover for on Amazon. I think it was £30, but very funky colors, and it took an older but still in decent condition sofa with that, the pattern of the fabric was not really very nice, didn't match anything, and it turned it into a bit of an eye-catching statement piece. So it again, with that furniture, it just lifted it and made it more appealing. Okay, so the other thing that I want to draw your attention to here is that we've added decorative cushions to the soft furnishings, and you'll see this in the bedrooms as well, with throws, decorative cushions, and wall art. Okay, so the second tip after secondhand furniture that I wanted to recommend to you was the bedding, but the third thing is the wall art. So you'll notice that there's a big clock on the wall here, sort of a statement clock. We found a local artist, and you can find these on Etsy. If you go onto Etsy and you type in wall art, there's a huge amount of art that you can get to suit whatever your decor theme is. So we found an artist. These are actually original pieces of art, very colorful, and it just adds this splash. Otherwise, the rooms are sort of vanilla. They're fine, but they're not super interesting or colorful, you can always add that with these accents. It's a picture of the outside space. Actually, let me go back to that. So you see we've added some potted plants here. It just elevates that. These small little touches elevate the space and take it from something which is quite plain and makes it, nice and interesting. Here's a picture of the bed. It's a secondhand bed, as I've mentioned, but good quality mattress, and lots of use left in it. It's got a mattress cover on there as well as the linens, so it's all clean and nice. You can see that we've got actually 4 pillows on the beds, so that just gives it a much richer look. And we've got these colored cushions on there, and it just elevates the look of the space, even though the space itself is quite basic and generic. The furniture, again, all secondhand, but nice looking furniture. Nice colorful art on the walls, really making it pop. Art again on the walls here, and white bed linens. Again, it just gives it a nice crisp look. There's twice as many pillows on the beds, and then there's the cushions here, which are colored cushions that just add interest. Now this room, because the awkwardness of sort of where the closet is, unfortunately, there's a single bed in this room, but still, extra pillows, extra cushions, art on the wall, a little potted plant there. And those are the types of touches that you add to what would otherwise be quite a plain room. Okay. Again, art on the wall back there in the dining nook. Just those little touches, cushions, colored cushions again. It just elevates the space. Okay. Just elevates the space. There's the colored cushions there. Okay, you get the idea. So just wanted to mention that those are the 3 things. So you want to go secondhand furniture, you want to go all white bedding, or bedding that's white with just like a small little accent color that ties in, and then you want to add those cushions to the bed. It makes such a huge difference, and I will show you what the cost of those is. It's actually quite fun once you start looking. You can actually get some really good deals on cushion covers and cushions. Let's see here. So here's on Amazon some examples. You can buy the plain cushions and then you get the covers for them. So here is a 4-pack and it's 15 pounds. And you just put that in, you just add these little touches, or this one is already with the covers included. And then you can do a little search for cushion covers, and you can do all kinds of funky styles and colors which will fit into your decor. And these things, they just make your room pop. They just make your room pop. You can take the cushion cover off and wash it, and it just makes you can see even on this very basic sofa, it just elevates the look, and it's a very inexpensive way to do that. It just gives it so much more rich look. I'm going to stop sharing this one, and I just want to quickly show you on Etsy, because to do with the wall art. So you just need a little bit of this kind of thing that will elevate the look of your room. So here, for example, if you've got sort of a natural tone, you've got the neutral abstract wall art here that is £7, 12 pence, right? So you get a couple of those on the wall, and it turns the wall into a feature wall, and it's not expensive. Or here, for example, these are printable art prints that you can print yourself and then put in a frame, or have them printed and sent to you. There's things like this with the the standout ones you can put on the wall. Or if you've got photographs of your own that you would like to put up on the wall, you can have them done relatively inexpensively and just buy the frames. The point is, you need to have something on the wall. Okay, you need to have something, or else it's difficult to describe why it makes such a difference, but the feeling of the space is just so much more comfortable if there's a little bit of color, if it feels like it's decorated slightly. Okay, so I would recommend going for the plain colored walls. That's totally fine to do. It's great if you want to add an accent color wall, but you don't have to do that work, because you can add in some bright colored pictures. You can add in some bright colored cushions and throws, and it just makes such a huge difference. Okay, So if you found this video helpful, I just want to encourage you, give it a try. I mean, Airbnb will cover you for up to £1 million of third-party damage. And we really like Airbnb. You can still block the property off to use it yourself if you need to, or if you've got family visiting. And that's one of the reasons why we love using Airbnb. If you click on this link, or if you scan the QR code that's on the screen now with your phone, when you join Airbnb, they will give you £20 for using my link on your first booking, and I also get a bonus from Airbnb, so it costs you nothing, and it just works for everybody. So if you like this video, you want to see more of this kind of thing, like and subscribe to this channel, and I will be putting some more videos up here, giving more hints and tips about how you too can make money with Airbnb.